Huh? Live. Live from Miami.
He's live from Miami, and we're going to set up the camera in a few minutes. Black on the screen while you move the camera. I'm going to move the camera. That's why it's in black.
טוב, ¿cómo está?
Please be patient. You only see black. We'll be in a few seconds with you. Almost ready.
Ready?
No?
Not yet.
Enderezó la cámara. Okay.
ברוך הבא. כן, רבותיי, בוקר טוב, יום טוב, בשורות טובות. Today, Wednesday, the 5th and the 22nd of May, 2019, and we're dedicating the Shiur Leilul Nishmat, Devorah Feige Bat Shemuel, and for Refuah Shalema of Ora Devorah Bat Rivka. Mitoch Rosh HaChor Yisrael. Rabotai, I would like to share with you crazy story that I got to start the whole topic that I think is a very important topic today. So I have a boy that he came back from March of the Living. Fine? Came back from March of the Living. The boy learns in one of the schools, Jewish schools here in Miami. And he tells me, listen, Rabbi, the experience was amazing, unbelievable, but I got very upset because in the group of Americans that went for March of the Living, they have all type of Jews. They have Orthodox Jews, conservative Jews, Reform Jews, everything. For Shabbat, so they made a whole plan, whole schedule, and they put different services. Orthodox services, conservative, Reform. Then he said, but there was one service that I never heard in my life. Mashu Hadash. Hadashim Nabekarim. What is it? Creative services. True creative services is that they have a room, you enter, and you pray whatever you want to pray. Yeah. You want to say Arvit on Shahar, no problem. Pray whatever you feel to pray, whatever you want to pray. That's called creative services, Bar Minan. Now, Rabotai, this guy asked, Rabbi, obviously I have no questions about that the right way is our Torah way, but Bemit it's a sheila. Why our prayers gotta be in a fixed schedule, whatever, in a fixed way? Why I cannot pray whatever I feel what to pray? I know Shema Kolenu, I know before I say Shalom, but you know what? Listen, you know what's the problem? The problem is that we're getting to the prayers and it became automatic mode. Right? We come to the prayers, yalla, press play and blah, 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 blah. The whole prayer is going like that. So Rabotai, what is the whole point of prayers? What are we trying to achieve by the prayers? What I'm going to tell you today was a hidush for me when I heard it. And it's a great Nefesh HaChaim that he explains this concept, and it changed totally the way how we were used to think about prayers. I'm going to try to make it very quick because I don't have too much time. I'm going to divide the prayers in 4 levels. Being the first one, the most low level of prayers, and the 4th one, the highest. Rabotai, you should listen to this. It's going to change your life in prayers. It's going to change your life in Judaism. No doubt. First level. That's most of us. Most of us, we pray when we need. If I don't need, it's hard for me to feel the prayers. More I need, more I feel. Right? There is more need of parnasa. Oh, how do I scream? Right? Come Yom Kippur on to Safra Synagogue. You're going to hear Sha'arei Parnasa Tova. Right? Everybody. Why? Aha, now you're feeling the pinching, right? You remember all the problems that you had throughout the year? Then you pray, Habibi. Good. Unfortunately, that's the level that most of the Jews think. Prayers is when I need something, I pray. You know what's the problem, Rabotai? 2 huge problems. Problem number 1, your prayers are really because you have interest. That's it. That's number 1. Number 2, what will happen if you're not going to get it? Here you come to questions. And you start, God hates me, and listen, and this and that. Why? Because all the purpose is to get whatever you're asking, and if you don't get it, you get upset. That's level number 1 in prayers. Level number 2, כל המתפלל על חברו נענה תחילה. Meaning, I still consider that prayers is to ask whatever I need. But I want my prayer to get answered. So what am I going to do? Example, your dad comes to you and he says, Daddy, can you buy me a new iPad? You look at the tzutzi, the small kid is asking already an iPad, right? Today it happened. Daddy, I want an iPad. He says, you're requesting it. No problem. Let me check. You deserve it or not. Right? How did you behave? How did you behave with mommy? Good or not good? How did you behave at school? Your grades. And according to that, maybe you're going to get it. Rabotai, if my prayers is just asking my needs, guess what? You're putting yourself into be judged. God is going to check. 1 second, you deserve it or not? Let's look at your file. But at the moment that I pray not for me, first, I want my prayers to be answered, but I pray for my fellow Jew that he's having the same problem. So now, what I cause is a little bit better. Instead of looking only at me, I'm looking also about my friend. That's second level. Why it's called second level? Because again, what will happen if God is not going to answer not your friend and not to you? Same problem. Rabotai, I'm jumping to the third level of prayers. And I'm not saying that the levels are not accepted. Borei Olam is Malei Rachamim. And Borei Olam accepts any type of prayer. But there's a third level. Third level is that when my son comes to me, not my son. Imagine you work by a whatever company it is. And part of your job is to do delivery or to use your car back and forth to talk with clients. Now your car, whatever car you have, is a terrible car. It's making a lot of troubles, problems, leaks, all type of issues. You want to come to the president of the company, knock at the door, and tell him, Mr. President, listen, you know me, I work already 2-3 years in your company. I really want the company to succeed. But I have an issue. The issue is that my car that I use for your work is making me a lot of troubles. And guess what? Because of the troubles, so I have to take him to the mechanic, I have to lose a lot of time, and you're getting He getting damaged because of my car. So the president is going to ask you, what do you want me to do? You're going to tell him, Mr. President, what do you mean? I want you to finance my car for your benefit. This is called the third level of prayer. I come to God and I tell him, God, I need parnasah. But God, give me the parnasah, and I'm not going to be fake, Rabotai. It's not a fake. It's a real. Give me my parnasah to be able to worship you better. Give me health to be able to fulfill the mitzvot correctly. Give me a house. Why I want a house? To be able to educate my kids with no stress. If I'm going to pay the rent, I'm not going to pay. I'm going to be able to educate my kids in a new way. In this type of prayer, if before we say that God is going to judge you and He's going to open your file if you deserve it or not, in this case, God is not going to even look at your file. Because you're not asking only for yourself, you're asking for Him. You understand what I'm saying? This is called third level of prayer. But Rabotai, I'm going to give you the fourth, because all the three levels that I just told you is zero next to the fourth level that I'm about to say. That if you're holding in one of the three, we must do an effort to change, because this is not called prayers. Because stop being a selfish guy that all what he looks is his own benefit. Rabotai, the fourth level is not a business level. Until now we spoke about business. God, you give me, I give you. Right? You give me, for you. But you give me, I give you. The fourth level is totally different. And the example is the following. Imagine you have your dad. Okay? Or your mom, whoever, your dad. You love your dad. Your dad is such a good person, such a nice personality. He all the time gives you and gives you and gives you non-stop. Non-stop. And you know you own him all your life. One day, something happened. I forgot to tell you that you're also working by your dad. Same business. And the parnasah is the thing to your dad. And one day, something happened, and you said a word to your dad, in 2 words, you kill him. You scream at him, you did something wrong on purpose. You were upset, I don't know what happened exactly. On purpose, what he did, now your dad is totally hurt by you. Totally hurt. After your whole ga'ava went down, and you realize the mistake that you did, now you have 2 ways how to ask for sorry. Way number 1 is I come to my dad and I tell him, Daddy, please forgive me. Please, I made a mistake. Please don't throw me from the business. Please have mercy on me. I will never do it again. Please, Daddy, don't take me out from the work. Daddy, please. That's one way. There's a second way. Second way is I come to my dad because I understand that what I did was terrible. How did I dare come to my dad after all what he gives me and to make him feel bad? So I'm going to come to my dad and I'm going to tell him, Daddy, I don't care about the job. You don't want to give me the job, it's okay. Just one thing I beg you, don't be upset on me. I can't see you upset because I love you. Rabotai, in Teshuvah, this is called Teshuvah me'ir'ah ve'Teshuvah me'ahava. Teshuvah me'ahava is a level that all the averot that a person does change into mitzvot. Comes the Nefesh HaChaim and he explains all your prayers, all what you ask, gotta be at the same type of way of Teshuvah me'ahava. How? How? Say the Nefesh HaChaim. When I pray, and I ask refuah shelema, and I ask for parnasah, and I ask for salvation, I'm asking from Borei Olam, God, do it for yourself. Not do it for yourself. I'm asking you, please have mercy because I cannot see you suffering. And if there is one of your childs here in this world sick, you're also suffering. Rabotai, if Bar Minan, a child is sick, who suffers the most? The child or the parents? The parents. When I come to Borei Olam and I ask Refaenu Hashem v'nerafeh, I'm asking from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God, I cannot see you suffering. And you know what are you doing now? You're not having a relation of business with God. You're having a relation of a couple. You're having a relation of a family. You're having a real relationship in between you and your Creator. You know, our mistake is that our prayers are becoming only business. And the only way to change it is to stop thinking about my pain, but to think about the pain of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's why when we're talking about Galut and Geulah, we say Shchinta beGaluta. The pain of God by He seeing how far we are from Him. That got to be the thought in all the prayers. Oh, יפה מאוד. Let me go even more. Let me go even more. Let me go even more. When you open up the Siddur, all what I said doesn't show up. All what I just said now doesn't show up in your Siddur. Why? In the Siddur, it's not say, Refaenu Hashem v'nerafeh, because I don't want to see you suffering. No, it doesn't say such a thing. Refaenu Hashem v'nerafeh, Shi'ainu v'nivashea, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me. Why? You know why? That's what the Nefesh HaChaim writes. Say the Nefesh HaChaim, I just mentioned 4 levels. The 4 levels are the right levels. Doesn't mean that the 3 that I mentioned are not acceptable. No. And God knows that we are interest people. God knows exactly which type of qualities do you have because He created you. And He knows, like in any type of way, even by parents with their kids, they need initiatives. Right? And if I want my kid to behave nice, I'm going to give him a candy or whatever it is. We are also little kids in a higher age. But this is not called the correct. That's one of the levels. What's the level that we have to look up? Is the level that I just mentioned. Meaning all the Torah is built up mitoch shelo lishma ba nishma. We start with Shelo Lishma. Ve'ayim Shamuot Yishmeu. Good. Shelo Lishma. That's not Hashem Shamayim. But what's the purpose of Shelo Lishma? To be able to get at the end, Lishma. That's the point. Now, but I just want to finish up with the story. The Hafetz Chaim, it's a famous story. I think I told you that in the past. I'm not sure. They saw him once fasting. He was fasting. So they told him, Rabbi, you fasting? Why are you fasting? Today is a yahrzeit of someone. Why are you fasting? He says, no. Today, no yahrzeit, no nothing. But today, I got a bad dream. Very bad dream. And because of the bad dream, I'm fasting. They told him, Rabbi, you got a bad dream? What is a bad dream? And he told him, you know what was the bad dream? I dreamt that I'm becoming a millionaire. So the student told him, Rabbi, can you give me the dream? What do you mean it's a bad dream? Amen, inshallah. You know, that's the dream of everybody over here. One day to get into the, Say the Hafetz Chaim, that's a terrible dream for me. Because in my level, I understand that whatever situation God is putting me is a challenge. It's a challenge if I'm thinking all the time about myself, or I'm able to think also and mostly about God. The Chafetz Chaim was a very poor man. Until the end of his life that he became much famous. There are pictures of his house. Crazy, crazy house. And the Chafetz Chaim had a challenge by being poor. Of course he had a challenge. But he said, the challenge that I have by being poor for me, it's easier than the challenge to be rich and to be a worshiper of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm not saying, Rabotai, that to be rich is something wrong, bad, and to be poor is something bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that each one of us in his level and in his situation, you have to understand whatever you're getting now is because that's exactly the challenge to see if you're going to be more a guy, selfish guy, or you're going to be a guy that is looking to give to Borei Olam. And just to finish up, the Mishnah writes about 3 things the world stands. Right? Al Torah, al Ha'avodah, ve'al Gemilut Hasadim. What is the common denominator between the 3? Torah, Avodah, that is Tefillah, and Gemilut Chasadim, according to what we just explained about Tefillah, is that all the 3 is stopping thinking about yourself. Start thinking about the feeling of the second one. And when a person does this, he's creating his own world. Which world? His Olam Haba. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen v'Amen. Rabbi